Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dan on Sports. Well, the early numbers are in as far as the television ratings for the American League and National League Division Series. And it seems the Yankees and Blue Jays were not a hit, at least in the United States, but everybody else fared fairly well. Now, we just have numbers through the first two games of the series. As you know, the Yankees are going home. The Blue Jays are going on to the championship series. But let's take a look at the numbers from last Saturday when there were four games played, and the big winner, Dodgers-Phillies, and that game was televised on TBS and also True TV. That got a 4.7 million viewership for game one of the series. Meanwhile, Yankees-Blue Jays, and that was televised on FS1, well, that got a 4 million rating for game one on a Saturday afternoon, but it does not include Canada. Nielsen doesn't measure the Canadian viewership, but we can tell you that in Canada, 3.6 million watched, so combined that got, 7.6 million, which is fairly well. But again, in the United States, didn't do that well. And then game two of the Yankees-Blue Jays Sunday afternoon in the U.S. got clobbered by the NFL. I mean, not even a ballpark comparison. 2.1 million watching that game in the U.S. 3.5 million did watch it in Canada. But you take a look at some of the other numbers. You see, for example, the Tigers and the Mariners series, another ALDS series, also televised on FS1. Well, game one got a very respectable 3.06 million. Game two did even better, 3.83 million, involving those two teams, both obviously from the United States. Also, the Saturday game between the Cubs and the Brewers on TBS, game one, got 2.2 million. We don't have numbers beyond that because, remember, the National League Division Series did not resume until Monday. But those are the numbers, and it appears that the Yankees-Blue Jays was not a hit in the United States. Of course, that series is now over. We can tell you Yankees-Red Sox, a tremendous hit. Apparently, the Yankees-Red Sox Game 3, and that was a week ago Thursday, the deciding game of that wild card series, peaked at 8.38 million viewers. That was the largest viewership, not counting the All-Star game, the largest viewership for a Major League Baseball game in the United States in 2025. But the Yankees and Red Sox, they'll now be watching on television as the series resumes. Of course, you've got the National League Division Series, the American League Division Series, and tonight the ALDS is going to conclude the deciding game in Seattle between the Mariners and the Detroit Tigers. So enjoy the baseball. Those are the numbers. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to Dan on Sports. See you later.